MCC 18 was announced almost a week ago, and all the teams have been announced. You can see them on screen right now. And I'm about to predict which ones will come first, last, who will win, and my top 3 individual picks. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a reminder that these predictions are my opinions. Don't get offended because I didn't put your favorite team in first place or your favorite player in first individual. This is just my predictions and what I think will happen in MCC 18. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the teams. The first team is the Red Ravens, consisting of Wisp, Filza, Jack Manifold, and Tommy Innit. This team is honestly alright. I could see them either doing really good or they're just going to cause complete chaos, but it will be a fun POV to watch. Next up, we have the Orange Oozes, consisting of Gizzy Gaza, Mefs, Tapel, and Kratzy. Mefs and Kratzy finally returned to MCC, and joining them is Gizzy Gaza and Tapel. Tapel and Kratzy are really good at PvP, so I think this team will exceed in PvP game modes like Sky Battle and Battle Box. So this is going to be a really good team to watch this MCC. Up next, we have the Mustard Mummies, consisting of Sylvie, Tubbo, Sapnap, and Smazier. Sapnap is really good at the game, and Sapnap and Tubbo are here again at a team because in last MCC, they did team alongside with George and Gumi. But this time, joining them is Sylvie and Smazier. This team is honestly going to be funny. I don't think this team has a very good chance of winning. They can make it to Dodgeball, though, but I think this would be one of the more fun POVs to watch. Up next, we have the Lime Leeches with newcomer G Nelly, along with Illumina, Captain Puffy, and Rye Guy Rocky. I don't know anything about G Nelly. Illumina is really good at MCC. I think Captain Puffy is alright, and I don't remember Rye Guy Rocky in MCC outside of when he won MCC Pride with Illumina. But I don't think this team has the best chance at Dodgeball. I do think it could do alright depending on how well G Nelly plays. But I think this team overall has a somewhat chance at Dodgeball, but I don't think it's likely. Up next, we have the Green Goblins with Gran, Niachu, H-Bomb94, and Gemini Tay. Green did absolutely well in the last MCC. He had an insane Sky Battle and Dodgeball. H-Bomb has been able to carry many teams to Dodgeball, but Niachu isn't really the best at MCC, and I don't really have enough data to judge Gemini Tay because she's only been in one MCC, which was MCC 17. This team is going to be really hard to predict because I don't think that they will do amazing, but I don't think they'll do that great either. We'll just see what happens come MCC. Up next, we have the Science Centipedes, consisting of Captain Sparkles, Ranboo, Sneak Snag, and Wilbursoot. The Ranboo and Wilbursoot duo is back once again, and it's joined with Captain Sparkles and Sneak Snag. Captain Sparkles does all right, and he's never won an MCC before, so honestly, I wouldn't mind this team winning MCC. I don't know how likely it is, though, because of Sneak Snag. I don't have enough data because he's only been in one MCC, which was MCC 17 again, so I don't really know how well this team will do, but I wouldn't mind seeing Captain Sparkles getting his first MCC win. Up next, we have the Aqua Abominations, consisting of Puns, Antfrost, Shovel, and Gumi. Gumi is back from MCC 17, and Antfrost and Puns are really good at the game. Shovel, I think, is alright, but I don't know much about her. But I could see this team doing alright, or pretty good. I see them coming around midway, maybe between 4th place and 6th place, I would say. The question is, though, does this team have Dodgeball potential? And honestly, I think it does. I could see this team being in Dodgeball against one of the other teams in the event. But we'll just see what happens, and we'll just get to the predictions later. But on to the next team. Up next, we have the Blue Banshees, consisting of 5UP, Pizza Hut, Dan TDM, and Pearlescent Moon. I know Pizza Hut is really good at the game. He's probably the best MCC player, in my opinion. He did really well in last MCC, and he's been putting at kind of a disadvantage because he won last MCC. I know 5UP is alright at MCC, but Dan TDM and Pearlescent Moon are kind of a random chance for me. I don't know much about them. I think they'll do okay or average. I don't think they'll do exceedingly great. Do they have Dodgeball potential? I could see it happening, but I don't think it will happen. But we'll just see what happens come MCC. Up next, we have the Violet Vampires, consisting of the Orange Sound, Solidarity, Smallish Beans, and CPK. Honestly, I know barely anyone on this team. I know CPK alright, and I remember Solidarity from Techno's MCC Pride team. But besides that, I don't really know this team that well. This one's probably just going to be lower on the list just because I don't really know them. I know CPK is okay, Solidarity is okay, and I can't imagine Smallish Beans and Orange Sound won't do bad. But do they have Dodgeball potential? I am not sure yet. I will just have to see when I make my predictions. And last but not least, we have a very interesting team called the Fuchsia. How do you say that word?
Fuchsia.
Frankenstein's consisting of Dream, New Player, Awesome Dude, Quackity, and George Not Found. The Dream and George duo is here, which honestly I'm excited to see, and I'm excited to see how well Awesome Dude does. I can't imagine he doesn't do that bad or that well. I think he'll be an A or B tier player. And Quackity, he's alright at the game. I can see this team in Dodgeball. How likely it is, though, that's up to debate depending on how well the other teams do. But let's go ahead and get into my predictions. And so people know how I'm going to gauge if I'm going to be able to predict this or not. You see this tier list on screen right now? I'm going to be using this tier list, and each slot has a point. So F has 1, E has 2, D has 3, C has 4, B has 5, A has 6, A plus has 7, and S has 8. And then I'm also going to have my predictions combined with it, and that's how I'm going to predict each team. So let's go ahead and get into my predictions. Alright, after some brainstorming and looking through every team, I have finally made a list of what I think will happen this MCC. So, at the 10th spot is the Green Goblins. What puts this team so far down on the list is Gemini Tay. She's only played in one event, so there's no real way to crown how or where this team would fall. But I would probably put it in the bottom half, even if we did have information of how well Gemini Tay did, because I can't imagine she did that bad in MCC 17. I just didn't watch her play, so that's the reason that Green is at number 10. At the number 9 spot, we have Lime. I just don't see this team doing that well, mainly because of G. Nelly. That's the reason she's so far down on this list. She's a new player, and I have no idea how well she is, or if she's even good at the games. If she even play games, to be honest, because some people join the event and they don't really play video games that much. This is the only reason that this team is so far down on the list. I think Illumina will do okay, but I just don't see this team winning. At number 8, we have the Violet Vampires. I just do not see this team doing that great, to be honest. The only reason that I don't is because I don't really know them. I know CPK a little bit, and I know he's decent because he's teamed with Dream before in MCC 16. That's mainly what I remember CPK from. And honestly, he's not that bad of a player, but I don't think this team will do that great nor that bad. That's why I said number 8. Sadly, I have to give the number 7 spot to the Cyan Centipedes. As bad as I want to see Captain Sparkles win, honestly, I do not see it happening. I don't see this team doing that great. I think Wilbur and Rambo would do just fine, but I don't think it'll be enough to get them to the top half because there's just better teams, in my opinion. But we'll just have to see what comes MCC. At number 6, I have to put the Blue Banshees. I just don't see them doing that well, but the Pizza Hut and 5-Up, I feel like will make this team at least 6th place. I think they'll be at least top 7, but I feel like now that Pizza Hut is with 5-Up, the other two players won't do the best, but it will help their team at least, and that's why they're at number 6. At 5th place, I got to give it to the Red Ravens. While, yes, I do agree this is a really powerful team, Tommy and Filza have been underperforming ever since Season 2, which began in MCC 14. So, I don't know if Tommy and Filza do really good this tournament. I do think they will get better than a 5th place and possibly top 3. But if Tommy and Filza keep playing how they've been performing recently, then I just don't see this team being able to get higher than 3rd place. And that's why I'm predicting it to be 5th, because of these next teams I just feel like can beat them. At 4th place, I got to give it to the Mustard Mummies. I don't think this team will win, but I do think they will do pretty well, and this will also be a very funny team because Sapnap and Tubbo are pretty alright at the game, and Smazer's not half that bad himself, considering he is literally an event organizer. So I can see this team doing very well, and I am excited to see this team, and that's my 4th place pick. Now, at this point into my predictions, I reach a rock and a hard spot. This last 3 teams, I can all see in Dodgeball, so it is very, very hard for me to pick which team I feel like will be 3rd place and which one will be the 2 to make it to Dodgeball. But after thinking it through, I give 3rd place to the Aqua Abominations. This team is really good, but looking at the Fuchsia and the Orange Oozes, I just do not know if they'll be able to make it to Dodgeball. If they have one really good game compared to one of the others, I could see them replacing the one that does worse. Like, let's say, for example, Build Mart is played last game, and then Aqua does really good, but Fuchsia sucks. Then I can see Aqua and Orange. It really just depends on the final game. But most likely I see Aqua just barely missing Dodgeball. And my Dodgeball predictions is that it is going to be Fuchsia in 2nd place and Orange in 1st place. But as we all know, 2nd can win as long as they win Dodgeball. So is it the case? Well, my prediction is that it's not, and Orange will come first place overall in the event. The trio of Mefs, Tapel, and Kratzy just seems insane to me, and I feel like the reason that they are on a team is because that Kratzy and Ness are just coming back to MCC after a long break, and I feel like that's the main reason why they're on a team, but this team just seems insane to me, and if I just think about this team against the Fuchsia Frankensteins in Dodgeball, it just makes sense to me that they would win, but I feel like Fuchsia Frankensteins will do amazing, and the Fuchsia Frankensteins still do have a pretty good chance to win. Dream and George are not bad at the game, but I just do not see them winning, and if they do end up winning, then, I wouldn't mind seeing Dream be the first 5-time MCC winner, but those are my predictions for what I think the team winnings and the overall standings will be for MCC 18. I'm going to take one more shot in the dark just for fun, and I'm going to predict the top 3 individual. For me, third place is probably going to be Sapnap, second place will be Puns, and first place will be Tapel. I feel like they will do really well in this event, and yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys disagree, then tell me why you disagree in the comments. And I'm sorry for this video being late. I was just rushed on time, and I didn't have enough time to make this video right away. So I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.